Awesome. So, hi guys, how are you doing?
Yeah, very good, thanks. How are you?
Good, yeah, not too bad, thank
Yeah.
you. It's, so we're at Download. Is it, if I'm right, it's your first time since 2017 playing?
You are exactly right
Yeah,
about that.
good.
9 years,
Glad
yeah.
about that. Yeah, awesome. So, how does it feel to be back, and what are you most looking forward to that you've missed?
I just love this festival. Like, I've been more times than I've played, so just excited to see. I don't know, all the fans here again. We've only played the UK once so far this year, so yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun show. We've never played any of the like heavier era of As It Is, the Great Depression
hadn't come out yet, so yeah.
So I'm excited to play some songs that may be more suited to download tonight and some new ones. So it should be a really fun show. Looking forward to it.
Nice. Yeah, it would be nice, and it would be nice to obviously to get that the full, you know, the more recent era, the heavier era.
That's right.
You know, and obviously, yeah, hear a bit more teasers of the new album.
That's right.
And then, if you could create your own download stage, who would you put on there?
I don't listen to a lot of heavy music these days. You listen to a lot of heavy music.
Yeah, it'd probably be like hardcore bands, straight edge hardcore bands and stuff. That would make me really, really happy. The other thing I might do is use it as an opportunity to like bring back all our friends from the dead, bands like Rome who aren't around anymore, Save Your Breath who we toured with on their farewell tour and stuff.
It's the RIP stage, but it's just bands that have been dead for years.
Yeah, get Transit back together.
Yeah.
Just bring back all the bands that like, yeah, we love and aren't around anymore. I think that's what I'd do. Bring them back.
That would be a great one. So I think you'd probably just have everybody coming back who might not have even been here for years.
I know.
You know, just to see them.
Yeah.
It's like an expensive stage, to be honest.
The reunion stage. Yeah.
Yeah, the reunion stage. That's really. And then, see, you are releasing the self-titled album on July the 17th.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a note just in case. I was like, I'm sure.
Don't need it.
17th.
No.
Yeah.
Totally pro.
And it's the first time that you've actually sort of written an album together in 8 years, which is quite a long time. So what made you think that now was the right time to sort of get back recording together, and how was it compared to when you last recorded like an album together?
It's true. It just sort of happened. Like it just was the right moment. I think we tried earlier and it wasn't the right moment, and we just found out through trying to make it happen and it not really like being the right time or the right circumstances. And it finally was. We were getting the band back together to celebrate 10 years of Never Happy Ever After. And then we started writing new music, and all of a sudden, like, we just were onto a record. And recording this one felt quite different. It's the first, like, full-length album that we've ever recorded in the UK. All the previous ones were in the States. And we loved it. We did it in Southampton at the ranch with Kel Pinchin. Super proud of how it turned out. It was a lot of fun.
It was just following what felt fun, what felt right, doing it at our own pace. We weren't, you know, we always used to do a record like we're a month and a half at a time, and this time was a bit more divided up into sections, so you can come and kind of reflect on songs, and yeah, we're just so happy with it. It felt really right, and a lot of it's really different, but I think compared to how we used to do it, like, you know, we were on like a constant treadmill of album cycles, so you know, you're trying to write a record whilst you're on tour, and this one felt more like writing our first album, where there was like no pressure because no one was asking us to make a record other than us.
So true.
So there was zero pressure, zero time pressure. We just got to make a record how we want, and for that reason I think it feels like writing your first record again.
That's cool. And is there anything you sort of took in that maybe, like, you know, you've learned after your previous records that maybe like not to do, or, you know, what to do, that you have brought into the self-titled album?
I think for me, like, getting out of my own head a little bit, like, I think I just sort of tried to like enjoy the moment and like not overthink quite so much. It's probably like the least edited and polished. I know that makes it sound like it's gonna sound really bad and really scrappy, but like we didn't tighten things up all that much. Like we just sort of went in and played and messed around. Like we walked up to like pianos and mandolins and to do like background vocals, and we didn't really like figure out the parts ahead of just sort of like, okay, let's just play something. And those weren't like written parts, and we wouldn't really remember how to play them now, but like they're on the record and they're just like snapshots and moments. And I think what's different about that is in the past we really like tried to think and think and think, dial in, commit to parts, and this was a little bit more like, let's just be spontaneous and let's just like make it fun. I mean, that's why we all pick up instruments in the first place, is just to play them and get creative and experiment a little bit. So it was just, yeah, a little more like spontaneous and natural, I guess I'd say.
Yeah, I agree.
That's good. I mean, sometimes as well, when an album is like extremely thought out, it can be a bit overproduced then, because you can just, you can dial down too much of the fun.
Exactly right. So yeah, we haven't like cleaned up a ton. We just sort of played something in the moment, and that's what you hear. That's what it on the record. So.
That's cool. Oh my god, it's a red arrow.
Wow.
That's a red arrow. Oh my god, that is so cool. That was unexpected.
Crazy.
But yeah, and is there a specific song on the album that you're either like super excited for fans to hear, or you may be a little bit nervous that, if it's like so maybe it has gone in a slightly different direction, that you're not too sure what they're gonna think?
I think Live, Laugh, Love Los Angeles was that song because it is so saxophone forward, saxophone led. We had Justin Klunk from The Midnight play on the record, and he wrote some amazing parts and really elevated the song. But we're like you said, like coming out of like post-hardcore records and pop-punk records to write something that's like a rock band with a saxophone. Didn't really know how it was going to be received, but it was received really, really well. Really looking forward to playing it later on today.
Yes, very excited. I think for me, just like there's quite a few songs on the back end of the record. I think we've discovered over the years that like we normally do like one ballad on a record or like one slow song, and they can tend to be like fan favorites. Like Still Remembering is definitely like a really big like live moment in our set, and there's more than one kind of ballad, I would say, on the record. So it's definitely like a slight change of pace towards the end of the record, which I'm very excited for people to hear. And
yeah, a lot of sort of like early Avril Lavigne inspired moments. So I'm hoping people like those, because we do.
I'm sure they will. But yeah, and obviously talking about Live, Laugh, Love Los Angeles, that was you obviously released that last week now.
Yeah, just a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a song that wasn't originally going to be on the album.
It's true.
And obviously I know it focuses on sort of like your kind of relationship of being an American, with all the shit that's going on at the moment.
True, yeah.
So what kind of made you think, no, this needs to be something that's on the album?
Yeah, you're right, because like it just ended up being really good, is basically what it comes down to. It just became one of the strongest songs on the album, and we just like couldn't really keep denying it. It ended up being a really strong, catchy, important song, and we just decided, fuck it, let's put it out as a single, and let's add it to the record. Like,
I think especially with like the video, there were rumblings of like, with the video and what we do with it, like, or risking like the visas for America and stuff, and then we just stopped caring, and we were like, let's put it on the record, whatever happens with that happens, and we'll deal with whatever consequences. So
That's fair. It is a really good single.
Thank you.
It's a really good song, definitely. Yeah, and obviously we also have to talk about your new venture with your little protein.
That's my ongoing running joke with the fans. Like, our Instagram is wild a lot of the time with just our tagged photos is always just like gym bros, and all to do with this protein powder. So I've been wanting to do it for a while. I thought it's a really funny joke, and the time finally came. I was like, we got so many messages and so many tags, and I was like, okay, we're doing a protein t-shirt. And the protein company actually found our post about it and commented on it, being like, oh, so maybe there will be an As It Is protein powder one day. So
I loved flipping there's a song on the new record called What If It All Works Out, but flipping it to What If We All Work Out out was so funny. It killed me.
Yeah, that's a really clever one.
There's some of my best puns. Never lose your way again.
Spelled W-H-E-Y.
Yeah.
So good.
I was pretty proud of that one.
Yeah, so I saw that and then I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Yeah. That's great. And what we like to do as well, to end our interviews, we like to do a little game.
Cool.
Okay, so I've got, in total there's 20 questions, so you don't have to answer 20 questions. But they're all connected to an individual number between 1 and 20.
Okay.
So we'll ask you to pick a number, and then the question could be something about music, could be something completely random.
Okay.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
9, please.
You could have written any song in history, which would it have been?
Do you go artistically the best ever, or do you go with like the song that made the most money ever?
What about something that's a bit of both, like Purple Rain?
Purple Rain. Being from Minneapolis,
Yeah.
that's a great answer for me. Purple Rain, love it.
That's a cool one.
Yeah.
Pick another one.
I'm gonna go with 13.
If you had to change the band up and each member had to have a different role, who would play what?
I love to play drums, but
Yeah.
you love to play drums.
Yeah.
So there's a fight for drummer.
So everyone plays drums.
Everyone,
Just four drummers.
Foley would love to play bass. Foley really imagines himself as a bassist. So it's 3 drummers and a bassist. Maybe we whack Ali up front.
Yeah.
He likes singing these days.
Great
so
voice.
we'll whack Ali up front, 2 drummers and Foley on bass.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you want to pick another number?
2.
You could have any artist cover one of your songs. Who would you pick and what song would you want them to sing?
One of my favorite songwriters ever is Paul Simon, so I'll pick one of those. And yeah, there's a new one on the record called Not Anymore. Like I want to pick one of the acoustic ones because that Simon and Garfunkel acoustic stuff is really important to me. So Oceans Were Lakes, Still Remembering. I'm gonna say Not Anymore. It's on the new record, and I'd love to hear that.
Yeah. I'm going to go something a bit more out there, and just because we're at Download, I'd love to hear Limp Bizkit do a new metal cover of Still Remembering.
Hard as fuck.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting cover for sure.
Yeah. Those are the kind of covers I like, where someone just takes something not inherently them and then makes it their own.
Yeah.
So.
Let's go, John, pick a number.
Yes, I will go 17.
What's one piece of advice you ignored early on that you're glad you ignored?
Don't do it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, to stay away from music, stay away from the industry, get a real job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to make amazing memories doing this, so that probably is the one, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, I did all right at school. I was supposed to go and do like maths and could have been on a completely different trajectory, but to ignore that potential and be in a band, I think is the best decision I've ever made. So
Yeah, agreed.
So, do you want to pick one more each?
20.
What Hogwarts house would you be in and why?
Hufflepuff for me. Cozy, quiet, nice, soft, altruistic. That's what I'll say.
I don't agree, but the boys all think I'm Slytherin.
I do, yeah.
I've got those Lucius Malfoy locks.
Alright. And your final number?
I'm going to go, of the opposite end, I'm going to go 1.
Alright.
How many tattoos do you have and which has the most meaning?
I've lost count.
Yeah, I've lost count as well.
I'm pretty...
Upwards of 20, upwards of 30.
Yeah.
I got tattoos with my wife for our first anniversary of being married. They say laundry and taxes, and it's from everything, everywhere, all at once. So that one's really special for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty covered. Honestly, I have like a tattoo for each of our albums. So
Yeah.
I've got like the Great Depression on there. I've got like Never Happy there, and then OK on my wrist. I have yet to get the new album, but yeah, those I really like those ones.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for
No,
talking
thank you.
to us
That was a
today.
lot of fun. That was great, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.